live music with iTunes and Coca-Cola.
I'm here at the iTunes Festival, hanging out with the busiest boys in music, The Feeling. That's right, isn't it? Busiest boys in music?
Yeah, the most inarticulate band in music. I don't know. Yeah, we're pretty busy. I don't know if we can get much busier, but maybe you can. So I don't know if there's a competition going on, but yeah.
Must try harder, huh?
Yeah, we're busy.
2 gigs a night instead of 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that was easy.
Before you got old, huh?
Yeah.
They don't like me anymore.
Excuse me?
So you have been really, really busy lately. You've been on stage before Bon Jovi. You've done Glastonbury.
I quite like Glastonbury. It was really, really good. I was really nervous about it, actually. I was kind of... the whole week before it was building up, and I don't know why, because I don't normally get quite that nervous, but it was a festival I used to go to as a kid, you know, with my dad. He used to take me and my brother, and it was, you know, it meant a lot to do it, so I was actually quite nervous.
Boys?
Exactly the same. I think for all of us it was the kind of the main thing this year that we've been looking forward to, and, you know, we just wanted it to be good, and...
dreading it slightly, just a little bit.
Well, we didn't really know how it was going to go and if anyone was going to turn up, because at festivals it's not necessarily your crowd. You're just playing to whoever turns up, and we had a really good turnout, and the set went down well.
I think in many ways it's just an opportunity to destroy your childhood dreams in one go, you know, because if it all goes horribly wrong, you know, you've been dreaming about this day for a while, and even if it's just subconscious, because none of us really take ourselves that seriously, but even if it's just subconsciously, it was like a real thing that if it goes horribly wrong, it would really hurt. You know what I mean? It would be a real pity. So I'm glad that it went well. Crowd were really up for it and really in the mood, in the right mood.
Yeah.
So
and of course, when you get on stage, your fans are expecting your music, but I hear you did a couple of covers that went down amazingly well.
Yeah, well, we can't help it really. Every now and then you're just in the mood, and the crowd seems like they're up for it, and so we just chuck a couple of covers in from the 80s.
Yeah, what were they?
What did we do? We did Video Killed the Radio Star, which we've been doing for ages. That's one of our favourites.
Take On Me?
Take On Me, by Aha, one of the greatest bands.
We used to do that when we were a covers band, and it always went down well, so we just like to please the crowd. We like it. We like doing that.
So what are we doing to please the crowd tonight then?
Handing out free things.
We'll have tell some jokes.
Yeah.
Tell some jokes, bit of nudity.
Yeah, trapeze act.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Elephant riding.
What jokes will you be telling, Kieran?
I can't give away any of the punchlines. I'm building up to it, warming up to it.
So how are you guys feeling at the moment? Are you in your third single's out now, is it? Third single from the album?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, third single, yeah.
You're obviously over that stage of, are people going to love this album like the last one, and the nervousness about it?
Yeah,
You kind of plain sailing from now on and just enjoying it?
I think so, because, you know, the main thing was the week that we released the second album, you know, with really no idea of what the response was going to be to it, you know, what the sales were going to be like as well, and it was also, that week was difficult because it was the same week as the Brit Awards, and we just thought wouldn't get seen because everyone was like, you know, everyone who was on the Brit Awards was having 200% hikes in their sales that week, and we knew we had a chance for a number one, but we didn't know whether we were going to hold it for the whole week, and actually we did. And as soon as that happened, we knew that the pressure was off to a certain extent, you know, because you get a number one record, you know that, you know, you're set for another record, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And really our only ambition has been to be the kind of band that gets to make records and keep making records and have a career. Which is actually, no matter how successful your first record is, it's actually quite a difficult thing to do, to maintain a career.
Yeah, the second record is always kind of the crunch record, and especially this time. I mean, the first album was recorded in a garden shed, and this time I think you pushed the boat out a bit more, didn't you, boys?
Yeah, we in many ways it wasn't that dissimilar. It was in a big house, so I suppose the surroundings were different, but it was still us, and it was still us without a producer and without any engineers, and us just doing it ourselves. Still pretty much a DIY record, but we just had a bit more comfort. We had bedrooms and things, you know, before we slept on the floor.
The pressure probably must have been on you guys because you won the Ivor Novello Award for songwriting. Then you sit down to songwrite. You
got how to do it.
Yeah. You've got to be pretty good.
With our Ivor Novellos lined up on the piano.
That's right, yeah. It's all right. They don't make you give it back if you write a bad song. Just write a really bad song and they're like, excuse me, this is the Ivan Novello people. We want that back, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Made
a mistake.
Made a mockery of us.
So obviously we're in the summertime now. It's all about festivals. You've done a couple already. What else are you doing? Oxygen, Tea in the Park?
Yeah, Oxygen, Tea in the Park, V, and some funny little kind of boutiquey things, but I can't remember which ones they are. But it's a nice, really nice. I quite like the little festivals as well as the big ones. So I'm really looking forward to our own tour. That's the most exciting thing at the moment. We're looking forward to. It's going to be a nice summer. If the weather stays good, then we're going to have a nice time. And if it doesn't, we'll just get out there and play through the rain
with your cagoule. And
Yeah.
your wellies.
Yeah.
And your wellies. So tell us a little bit about, because obviously we're at the iTunes Festival, tell us a bit about sort of how sort of music downloading has changed the way that you sort of kind of deal with your fans and deal with your music at the moment.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. More and more it seems to be changing. The music industry is just so kind of up in the air at the moment. As far as the consumer is concerned, like for us, when we're consumers as much as we are artists, we listen to music, and it does change the way that you listen to records and listen to albums, and it makes you a little bit more, in some ways, a little bit more picky, because there's just so much more choice. There's a huge amount of choice. I'm not sure that there was ever this many records and artists and things being released every year. It's just all over the place, and there's so many different genres. But I'm hoping that what it does is make people kind of open-minded about the way they listen to music. I think in the old days, maybe you had people that were rockers and they listened to rock music, and they were, if they were like reggae fans, that's all they listened to, or if they were, country fans, then they listened to country music and nothing else. And maybe that was, it's nice that I think maybe kind of especially young people like teenagers and kids are discovering all kinds of genres of music, because it's much more kind of pick and mix, isn't it?
So are we into downloading ourselves? What's on our iPods at the moment, and what have we been downloading?
Movies.
Love my iPod.
Yeah, I just
Take
got
it
into,
everywhere.
Just got into making movies little and watching them in the car like
this. It's a bit weird.
While I'm driving. Yeah.
Wow.
Squinting
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
tiny little screen.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. Great.
Kevin's got a device which lets him watch it on his on funny big glasses.
Yeah, I've got them here somewhere actually.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, video goggles into the iPod. Then you can be
You
sitting
look
on the
really
toilet,
cool
whatever,
with them on.
watching a film.
He does.
Can you demonstrate? Are they?
He looks like
You should get him out.
he looks like
Yeah.
Geordie LaForge off
What
of
am I
Star
thinking
Trek.
about?
Go on, Kevin's getting his glasses on. Actually, Kevin, while you're getting your glasses on, are you still drinking that dodgy drink of espressos and whiskey?
No,
No?
I've actually given up the whiskey, so my dodgy drink is just espresso now.
I guess you guys need your gadgets when you're sort of on the tour bus and...
Lots of whiskey. Let's change
You
it.
made them
Can't be
change.
And then he's got
We had bells.
Wow.
little earphones. He's like a weird bug
And
child.
then you can punch him and he doesn't know who.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, brilliant. Well, it's lovely to see you guys. I'm going to let you go and do your sound check, and just cannot wait to see you guys on stage tonight. I think people are here are in for a real treat,
It's going to be
aren't
good.
they?
I'm not the one to say. I mean,
You're in for a treat.
Live music with iTunes and Coca-Cola.